Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunniva.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're taking a look at Tapestry.
Which is a new game you probably heard about because it's been the hottest game on Board Game Geek for quite some time. It is a game by Jamie Stegmaier, released by Stonemaier Games.
Yes, so let's go down to the table and see how it plays.
In Tapestry, you are playing one of these civilizations, trying to optimize their strategy and their actions to be the civilization with the most points at the end of the game. On your turn, you can do one of two different things. You can either do an income round, which is basically resetting, playing one of these Tapestry cards, which is giving you bonuses and getting income from your player mat. The other thing you will be doing is to move on one of these 4 tracks. You will be doing that by paying resources, moving up your little cube, and getting the benefit of that action space. And if there's a bonus space, you will be able to pay to get that bonus as well. You're basically just going to do that, and it's going to give you different kind of actions. A lot of the actions are going to be to put out some of these income buildings from your mat, which is going to give you more income. You'll put it up here in your capital city. And when you fill out this space on your capital city, you will get some bonus resources. On the technology track, you will get technologies, which you can upgrade and get bonuses. On the military track, you will conquer lands here on the map. On the exploration track, you will, of course, explore the lands. And here on the science track, you will basically try to be better at all the other tracks. It will help you do that. You're just going to continue doing this until you have taken 5 income turns. Then you're going to score your points, which you do at the income turns, and then at the end of everybody's 5th income turn, the player with the most points is the winner of Tapestry. As always, let's start with the artwork and components. What do you think?
I think they're amazing. You've probably seen them. They look really cool. The components, the buildings and stuff. It's really overproduced though.
Yeah, it's stupidly overproduced.
You don't need them.
This has to be, I think, the most overproduced game. And in a positive way. I love it. I love that it looks so good. But it has to be one of the most overproduced games ever, I think.
Yes, but it wouldn't be the same like placing out those buildings.
Landmarks, you mean? Like the
if there were tokens,
no,
like just cardboard tokens, that would be lame. I think now that I know how awesome it could be, I really like it though.
But that is really it's going to add to the cost. So for many people, it's going to be like a more expensive game, and it doesn't do anything for the game.
No.
Like this is a Kickstarter deluxe version of a game. It isn't, but it's like this is a retail version. But this is something you would think you would get from a Kickstarter.
Yes.
And those landmark buildings, which are stupidly cool and really nice and beautiful, like I feel like clay, like this clay you build with when you were a kid.
Yes.
And they do nothing. You put them, it's a puzzle piece to put on a
and I can
board.
see people being kind of annoyed by this if they want to play the game, but they don't want to play it that much that they want to pay that extra.
Yeah.
I can see that being annoying, but me personally, I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I see like the only negative is the cost. So for some people, it's going to be too expensive, and all this added stuff doesn't really add to the gameplay.
Yes.
But people love artwork and love stuff like that, and I think that Jamie wanted to make a game that was completely blinged out when you got it, so you didn't have to go out and get bling or insert or everything, because everything just in the box.
Yes, and the artwork also on the cards and stuff, it looks really like thought through. It's beautiful that as well.
Yeah, as this whimsical theme of this whimsical civilization game. Yeah. So ease of learning from the rules.
That's you.
That's me. So the rules are 4 pages. It's this. This is the rules. You open it up. You read the pages, and you're done. It's super simple. Then you have 1 page, a double-sided page of reference, which you will need because there's a lot of symbols in the game. So you will need this the first time you play or the first couple of times you play. But the rules are super simple. You are either doing an income round or you're moving 1 cube on 1 track and getting that benefit.
Yeah.
That's basically the rules. It's super simple. I would think it's pretty simple to learn as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not really much to say here. Like, it's pretty simple to understand rules.
Yeah.
Not much to say. So complexity. No, not complexity. Playtime. I was going ahead on my little board of tables
You're
here.
going back to the past now?
Back to the past. Let's go back to the past with playtime and player count.
Yes, we played this with 2 and 3 people.
Yeah, we had not played 4 and 5, just haven't had a chance. We played it mostly 2, and also a couple of times with 3 players.
Yes, but it's not much player interaction though. So
No, yeah. Only on the board, likely that's the only thing with it's going to be probably a bit more fighting over the spaces when you have more players. But also the board is going to be bigger when you play 4 and 5, so it's not going to be as tight. But
the playtime has been quite consistent with us playing both 2 and 3 players, and I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's been around 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually quite fast, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like it says 90 to 120 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think if you play with slower players, or if you play with more players, it's going to be 2 hours, and I heard people also use like 3 hours, and I can see that if you play 5 players or 4 players the first time and people get a bit AP, it can take more. But I think that if you play a couple of times, it's going to be shorter, because most of the turns is like moving a cube, getting that, and done.
Yeah, and you have so few resources, like, compared to what you want to do, so most of the time you have a quite detailed plan on what you need to do to succeed, so it plays quite fast. I'm usually like sitting, waiting for my next move, because I'm like, I have a plan. I need to do this and this.
And that's like you're usually really AP prone, but you're not usually that in this game. Sometimes
this works with my brain.
And me as well, but sometimes we like stop up and we're like, okay, we need to think a bit now.
Yeah.
But usually it's pretty quick turns, because you, as you said, like you have few resources, so you need to do this and this and this in that order. That makes it play quicker.
Yes. It didn't feel very different playing with 3 players than only playing with the 2 of us.
Now, of course, you're going to get more competition for the landmarks.
Yes.
So you have, like, with 2 players, you can end up getting 3 landmarks on the first, on 3 different tracks at the same time, because one player is just focusing on one track, and that won't happen in a 3-player game.
And also for the achievement, it's more competition there as well.
So that's going to happen more with 4 and 5 players, I guess, as well.
And I also think that is some civilizations that I've looked at and think, oh, this is more powerful when we play with 2, or with more players. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's it. So then let's go to complexity.
Yes.
So Back to the Future.
I think this is not a very heavy game.
No, it's not. We discussed it a bit before we started filming. I would say it's a light to medium game.
Yeah, I would say a medium game, mostly because of the puzzle aspect of it, that you have to do things in a specific order to like squeeze out that last 2 resources that you need to get on top of the track, and also the when you going to what you call it, do a income phase or something,
income turn,
and now so you can get the extra resources for being first, or should you spend your last resources trying to max out that era you're in? I think those choices, you get better at it. The first time we played it, we got quite low scores compared to what we get now, and there's a learning curve. Learning curve. I like that.
Yeah, that's you can say that about almost any game that's a good game.
Yeah.
I will say like the thing that adds, like, the rules are super simple. Move on a track.
Yeah, simple concepts.
Like, you cannot do anything else like that. You have the timing and the planning. Okay, I need to go up 2 on that, then 1 on that, and then maybe 1 on that one to get that bonus, and then 2 up there. That's what adds to making it not a light game for me. But I will say it's a light to medium game for me. But it's such a hard thing to talk about, this weight of games, because if you enjoy playing tic-tac-toe, this will be a super heavy game.
Yeah, super heavy.
But if you like, Feudum is a light game I play with my lunch, then this is going to be tic-tac-toe.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, and also like trying to, when you're first playing the game and you get a civilization, you might not get to know the strengths of that civilization yet. So I think it's really fun to explore this game.
Yeah.
The possibilities and the combos, and how to be the best at it.
So gameplay and fun factor.
Yeah.
Should we start with the positives?
Yes.
Do you have a positive note?
It's fun.
That's a good positive note.
Yes, I have tons of fun playing this game. I'm feeling quite good at it though.
Yeah,
so
you are. You won.
I'm really enjoying myself.
I won once, and you won the rest of the times you played.
So I really enjoyed this game. I feel like it's a puzzle. It's a race. I have to spend my resources really wisely to get like a head start. Try to get a head start in the beginning.
Maximize everything that you have.
I think that's really interesting. I have fun in my brain doing this puzzle.
So what do you, if you can answer, what do you think is like the most fun part? What makes it fun for you?
Oh, that's really hard because it's combos of different things. I think it's really fun to the first round when you're getting familiar with your civilization and the game you're trying to go for. You get a plan in the beginning usually, and then you see, oh, I need to. Okay, I will try to get those two resource buildings out of my board.
Yeah. The city. It's
Capital
called
city.
the capital city. Yeah.
Yeah, and try to, okay, then I'm going for that. But maybe you can't do it, you have too few resources, or you have to, like, counter, if you are moving towards a landmark, I need to get that. That's cool. I really like that.
Yeah, because, like,
all of it.
For me, this is also a very fun game. This is one of those games that I can play. I see its flaws, which we will talk about soon. But I still want to play it again. We played this a lot of times in a lot more than we used to with games in a short amount of time. Because this is one of those games I just wanted to play again. Because it felt so quick. It was just fun. As you said, it's like, it's the planning and trying to optimize it. And it's mostly a multiplayer solitaire thing, but with the shared map and the race for the landmarks. And it just works. And it's one of those games that I have a problem to say why I think it's fun. Because that's why I asked you, really. Because for me, I think that this is one of those games that I just want to play again.
Yeah.
After I played it, I might not want to play it again right now, but we'll come to that soon. But when I played it, I was like, we have all these games we need to play, but I just want to play this again. Because this was fun. But we have all these 10 games there, but I want to play this.
Yeah, because
this is
we
fun.
had it out on the table for a little while. We didn't even get to clean it up, and I walked by it and was just like, oh, that is fun. I want to play this.
But a couple of things I do like. I like the puzzle
Yeah.
of it, the puzzle of which tracks I should move on. There's the puzzle of the capital city, trying to optimize that, getting the bonus resources, maybe getting the lines and columns if you're going for that, rows of columns, and also it's a lot of different puzzles, and it's also this feeling. Another thing I like is this feeling of getting better on the track.
Yeah.
So like, oh, this is I'm gonna use 3 resources to get that really bad benefit. But then if I do it again, I get this super cool benefit.
Yes, that's cool.
And I like that, and it's so simple. Moving on the track and getting the benefit. Like every turn, you basically have 4 choices.
Yeah.
Or 5 if you take an income turn. But other than that, it's just move on the 4 tracks. That's the thing you can do, and I like that. So there is a lot of things I like. Is there anything else you want to add or like before I go to dislikes?
I can mention it if I remember something more.
Okay, yeah.
But I generally just like it, yeah.
Probably you've seen other people review this game by now. Probably you read a lot about this game because this game has been taking up so much time. And one of the things that people have been talking a lot of is the unbalance and randomness. And that is a flaw. A huge flaw, I will say, of this game. There's 16 civilizations in the box. And some of them are just better than others. Like some of them have this roof, like this is the max you can get of it. If you maximize and you optimize, you will get this. And then you have this other one, which you can see that, or you can get all of this by optimizing. And then one is just better. Like there's no way going around it. There's no way of saying, no, but in some cases this will be better. No, it won't. Because this one might get you at a max, let's say the mystics, which you can like look into the future, you can get a maximum of 40 points at the end of the game and 4 resources. And then you have, what's it called, the craftsman, where you can get like 16,000 resources, 8 million points, and a lot of other benefits.
Oh, you can't get 8 million
points. No, but you will probably get like a lot of stuff, more stuff, which will help you because more resources in this game means more actions, which means you will get more points because actions is points. And I think I would rather have had 8 civilizations, which were very different, but with the same power level. Because right now it feels like if I get 2 in the beginning of the game, and this is not because I lost. This would be like, oh, you're so a loser. But I don't care. I don't care if I lose. I care if I lose because I couldn't do anything about it. Because if you get a great civilization, I get one that's just like, huh. And that is a problem, I think. And I think it would have been better to, of course, when you have 16, it's going to take a long time to playtest it. But then you could either not have 16 or playtest it more. And that's, of course, if you play it, it's not going to be like the solution if you play test, because you're not going to be like, it's not going to be perfect, because it can be like a combo you didn't see or something that happened. You can't possibly play the game in every single way possible with the tapestry cards and everything, like the combos possible in the game. And it's an easy thing to fix. It's easier for Jamie to see the stats and what's happening, and maybe say like, okay, if you're starting with this, you're going to start with 30 points and stuff like that. But it does bother me, because it's such a fun, fast game, but it's going to be pretty easy to see, like, if you got that civilization, I got this, and after like a couple of income turns, you will see like, oh, you have 100 points more than me. I can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting, but because I've seen people posting about how many points they've ended up with different civilizations, and it's cool that some of the civilizations that I've thought, this is really boring, and I will not play with this one. I've seen those getting like really high scores as well. So
but then you don't know who they play against.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. But also against some that I actually thought were really good.
Yeah.
So I kind of trust that the playtesters and the designers has more insight in this than me, and they are making some statistics to try to see if there's some trends here, but I haven't felt broken. My game hasn't been broken by a civilization or by a tapestry card combo yet, but if they were, like people are feeling, then I would be so disappointed. I would not be happy about that.
But I don't want to use the word broken, because like broken is like the game isn't broken.
No.
But it is unbalanced.
Yes.
Like you do agree with that. You do agree that some civilizations are objectively better than others.
I think I do.
Yeah, I didn't mean to put words in your mouth, but
I think I do, but I can't be sure yet, because I haven't played every single possibility yet. Also, so.
And maybe the problem I have with this game is kind of the problem I have with Terraforming Mars. Is that most games, it's very fun. But some games, it's just like, especially like, the one thing is the civilization. You can try to outmaneuver that and just do the best you can. But then you have the tapestry cards as well. And like in Terraforming Mars, if you always get cards that are good for you, and you don't have to change course, then you will probably win. If I get bad cards and I will have to change, okay, I got this now, I'll try to do this strategy. Oh no, I got this, I'll try to do this. And that's gonna ruin the fun of some games. Like, which happened with a couple of times with Tapestry. I was like in the beginning, oh, maybe I can do it now. But then I felt like, and it might be, okay, I'm probably bad at the game, that's okay. But it feels like it's just too much randomness for me. In the drawing of the tapestry card, of course, you can then just draw a bunch of them. But if you then get a tapestry card, it makes you draw more tapestry cards. Or like, there are also tapestry cards that are really good, which is always good. And then there's ones that are just good if you are lucky. And you can top deck it, but a lot of these is things that are a problem with all card games.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think I have.
It's a card game. There's cards in the game.
Yeah, I think I have more problem with the civilizations than I have with the tapestry cards. Really.
Yeah.
So that's like the biggest flaw for me. You have probably read and seen this like on all the reviews and on everything that's happening. So we don't really need to rehash it even more. But I think you understand what my feelings are, and you don't feel kind of that way. And it might be because I always lose, and it might be because you always win. But I do think I have thought a bit about it and read a lot of stuff, and I do mean what I said.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add on gameplay?
Nah.
No. So let's go to replayability. It's good.
Yeah, I'm actually quite unsure about this, because as we've spoken about, there's just 4 things you can do each round, just advancing on these tracks, and as you get better, you're figuring out combos that, okay, if you're going for the red track, there's probably a good idea to go for like the blue track as well, and what kind of combos that you work best with, and also what your civilization is telling you to do, because some civilizations has specific strategies that you have to use if you want to be the best. So I'm actually we're still in like the exploring phase of this game. I don't know when we get past that if there's really much replayability to it. What do you think?
You made me think now. Like, I do actually. Like, the thing that makes it better replayability-wise, of course, is 16 civilizations,
Yes.
so you will get a different...
That's really interesting.
But I do agree, like, it's not... And, of course, the technology is, of course, also going to be different, but those are just different bonuses. You're not going to play completely different because you got this technology.
Yep.
So, yeah, really, they are just for tracks.
Yeah.
And they do the same thing every time, so it's a really static game.
Yeah.
Like, it's a randomness of which tiles you get, which technology you get, which tapestry you get. But that's more like randomness, like you're gonna... Oh, okay, I got this tile, I will play it. If I got no time...
You're probably going for one of 4 scoring systems or more of them, so you're going to fill your capital city, you're going for...
Conquering.
Yeah. Or you're going for so many tech cards. There's not much else to like... Yeah, I don't know.
That is true. There's really not many strategies.
Yeah.
Like, there are the 4 tracks, and they are basically strategies that work great together. Well, some work better than others together, but yeah, I do actually agree with you. So,
but this doesn't bug me that much because I enjoy the core puzzle of it. So I think this have to be a game that I will enjoy playing many more rounds of. And there's also many civilizations that I haven't played with yet. I haven't played it 16 times yet.
Nope.
So there's still a lot of replayability in it for me. But if you just have this gaming in your collection, I don't know. Yeah.
No, I agree. So it's decent.
Yeah.
It's an okay replayability
Yes.
so far. Probably there will be some expansions, maybe adding something new, maybe a new track. That would be interesting.
Yes.
So, final thoughts. Do you want to start or should I start?
Start.
Okay. So the game is fun. I don't really know why, but it just works with my brain, the puzzle, and everything that we've already talked about. It is fun. But I do have those problems with it, and now I don't really need to play it again for a while. I was like, okay, I want to play it again and again and again, and then I was done. Because there was so many times of frustration, of feelings of me not getting to do what I needed to do, or just it didn't work because I felt like you were more lucky or better, and whatever you want to call it. And it wasn't because I was a sore loser. It just felt like I didn't get the possibilities. I tried to get cards, I tried to do this, but I need that. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, and you rolled dice as well in this game. We haven't talked about that. And I really need that resource. Like, okay, I didn't get it. No.
Yeah.
And you got it. And you got 7 points and resource. I got 3 points and nothing. And there's like so swingy in that randomness, and there are too many points of randomness for me. I will want to keep this game and I will want to play it again, but I'm going to give it a 7. It is a fun game, a great game. It might end up on the top 10 for this year because it's interesting and all of that, but I hope not, because I hope there will be many more great games coming out. So yeah, it's a 7 from me.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think it's really, really fun. I like this game so much, and it's like you said, it's hard to like pinpoint exactly why.
Yeah, it's just everything.
Yeah, and there's also many flaws in this game, as you talked about. You have bigger problems with it than I do. But it's not. But I see those flaws. I acknowledge them, and that is why it's an 8 from me.
Cool.
I really like it, but it's I can see why people have problems with it, and I think it could maybe have been a better game if that would have been fixed. Yes.
So that's the end of the video.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so right now. And we will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
And I'm Sirva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.